With all of the activities and attention being paid to the revitalization efforts of the mid-market in San Francisco, the voices and concerns of those living in the neighborhood don't always rise to the top. Poor people don't typically have the access or awareness to attend meetings, public hearings, or political rallies. Taking part in such events is often difficult when their daily needs, physical and mental well-being, and long-term stabilization needs aren't being met. At the same time, many of these residents express concerns. They worry about how activities are impacting things like rental prices, diminishing services for poor people, and how those new to the neighborhood will complement its unique culture and diversity. In collaboration with Urban Street Films and Archive Productions, Hospitality House developed the OralNow Stories project. The project draws attention to the issues of displacement and gentrification as a consequence of the revitalization efforts of Mid-Market, Tenderloin, and South of Market neighborhoods. The video project will record the voices of these often underrepresented people. It works by utilizing new media methods to distribute the footage in ongoing internet postings as well as public screenings and other forums. The collaboration has produced a series of video stories that showcase current residents, their concerns, fears, and hopes for the change happening around them. The OralNow Stories project begins with a series of storytelling and technical video production workshops.
Before we get started with the workshop, we're going to have a fun little project we've done a couple times. It's called a mapping party. One of the community arts program artists created a map, a physical map, out of the 5 blocks. No, actually, some of you will be involved in the editing as well. We're going to guide you. You're going to be involved in all the aspects of the project.
A good interviewer has empathy, right? The feeling that you understand and share another person's experiences. We've talked a little bit about that before. You saw quite a bit of that, I think, in the mapping feedback. So you want to start with like really low-key questions.
A lot of folks here in the community, they don't get a chance to participate in what goes on in the planning of their community. So you see what's happening with the gentrification.
The second component of the OralNow Stories, the video production workshop. Today we're going to play with the video component, video production. We're going to play with the camera, we're going to do on-camera interviews, and we're going to see each other, we're going to take turns, we're going to set it up.
Those are good sound levels. If I have this one, channel 1 turned way down, you're not going to be picking up much. It's coming from here. If I turn this one way too far up, it might be picking up way too much. If you see the little red dot, you don't want a bunch of red dots in this one. I have the camera turned on. I might say to them, well, let me focus this in and see what looks best here. And again, it's kind of a matter of style, and the person that's with you will kind of decide how far you want to pull back. If you want a wider shot and some background, if you want a tight in shot just with his face, or if you want just kind of a chest shot.
The way the police handle it, I definitely don't think that anybody that's involved in domestic violence.
And also,
But how does it really give us going on or not?
So as Robert was saying, the next step is we're going to start collecting the stories. And you guys, again, will be part of this. Quick interruption, I apologize, but it's not every day that we have Jane Kim, our district supervisor, coming in the house. So I want to introduce Jane Kim. For those who don't know, she is our district supervisor.
Hi. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is the second component of the OralNow Stories.
Okay.
We're doing introductory workshops.
Okay.
Last week we were doing the story challenge, how to introduce somebody on camera, how to tell a compelling story.
Okay.
Now we're doing the digital video production.
Okay.
Right?
A good interviewer has empathy, right? The feeling that you understand and share another person's experiences. We talked a little bit about that before you saw.
Gentrification, they're pricing out people in the Tenderloin, the low income, the working class, the working poor, and the immigrants.
The construction was the first thing I noticed. This boom town south of Market is unbelievable.
Well, from how it used to be and how it is now, what's the biggest change that you've seen?
Oh, I think the kids have it a lot worse.
There seems to be job loss. There seems to be a strife in the community, especially downtown.
I've always been open, and I've had people come up to me and say, if I had a gun, I'd shoot you right now. You know, those things have happened in my life.
I personally would like to see the result of all this development that's going on to be a place for everybody to meld here in San Francisco. I mean, San Francisco, when I grew up, it was a melting pot.
You know what's happening in the mid-market area right now is the tech industry, the tech boom is pretty much taking over. And the only bad part about that, you're leaving the little people out and all the big boys coming in with all the money. And that's can be kind of frightening at times, I think.